The Boys Season 3. Where to begin? There's a lot to unpack this season, which includes revelations and even a shocking death. Speaking of, is it true that this fan-favorite character is really dead? For today's video, we'll be discussing the latest happenings on The Boys, as well as other details you need to know about this hit series. So make sure you keep on watching if you don't want to miss out. So did The Boys finally kill this certain fan favorite? And watch out, because today's video contains major spoilers from the latest season of The Boys. There is no shortage of action in The Boys Season 3 finale, so it stands to reason that at least one character will pass away in the most recent episode. The Boys Season 3 ends with the majority of the important characters still alive, but one doesn't fare so well, as the Prime Video series has never been afraid to spill blood and guts. Surprisingly enough, the main fatality in the instant white-hot wild unexpectedly occurs before Butcher, Karl Urban, and his comrades face Homelander, Antony Starr. Black Noir has largely been a background figure in The Boys, frequently serving as Antony Starr's scary Homelander's right-hand man. The only significant character to be pronounced dead in The Boys Season 3 finale is Black Noir, Nathan Mitchell, and the hapless Soup gets murdered by Homelander. The fact that his old friend concealed his ancestry from him doesn't sit well with the Seven's leader. When he learns the truth, he punches Noir in the abdomen, leaving Noir to bleed to death on the ground. Knowing how much Noir admired and trusted Homelander, it's a tragic way to go. Black Noir appears to be dead, given how viciously Starr's character murders him, as there is no recovery from a wound that leaves one's entrails trailing on the ground. The fact that Noir's cartoon creatures have vanished means he has left the world permanently. Now that we mentioned Black Noir's past, we might as address it. What was so bad about the character's history that Homelander had to kill him for it? Although The Boys Season 3 gave viewers a chance to get to know the character before murdering him off, it appears as Black Noir has indeed passed away. Of the seven, Noir has always been the quietest, and the most recent film shows why. Noir takes the brunt of the Soup's anger, although he and the rest of Payback successfully incapacitate Soldier Boy. Before Payback kills him, Soldier Boy strikes Noir's skull with several hard punches. Amazingly, Noir is still alive, and his deformed skull explains why he is mute and wears a mask. Noir has been struggling with the effects of that encounter for years, and as a coping mechanism, he talks to imaginary cartoon animals. For The Boys' first two seasons, none of this is known to the audience, but shortly before he dies, they get a more thorough glimpse at the character. It's a shame that Black Noir wasn't given more attention before The Boys killed him off. But if the program gets inventive, it might be able to bring the character back. But is it possible for the creators to bring him back, you ask? Sure it is. They just need to be really creative on how to revive Black Noir if they wish to. It's improbable that The Boys will raise Black Noir from the grave in Season 4. Given the harm he sustained in the Season 3 finale, he might appear on television again in various ways thanks to the Prime Video series though. Using flashbacks to revisit deceased characters is a valuable technique. Additionally, Homelander might look back on what he did to Noir now that his father has forsaken him. After all, Homelander and Noir's final conversation is an emotional one. Season 4 might focus on their bond, especially if Homelander reconstructs the Seven. Noir might potentially make an appearance in The Boys Presents Diabolical after Season 4. The live-action series universe is explored in great detail in the animated spin-off, encompassing both previous events and those that have never occurred. Given that, it's possible that fans may continue to see the character after this. Showrunner Eric Kripke also revealed in an interview with TV Line that he was scared to kill off Black Noir, knowing how much of a fan favorite this character was. But it's one of those things where you have to let the characters tell you what they're going to do. Kripke explained of his decision to kill Black Noir. It starts to feel fake if you have that level of betrayal, with how unhinged Homelander is, and he just pats him on the back or something like that. Kripke continues, you have to let the characters lead the way. It was just so obvious that that's what Homelander would do. Despite the Soup now being dead, there is a slim chance that viewers will still get to see him, albeit with a significant change. A fully quiet, masked superhero is super easy to recast. According to Kripke in the same interview, he clarified that this is only the last they've seen of that version of Noir, and continued by saying that there is a reason they haven't told the public that Noir is dead. Additionally, Homelander did set Noir's mask down in front of A-Train, the Deep, and Ashley on a table. Thus, it appears that he had saved the most crucial component of the supervillain's outfit for the person who will don it next. Now, let's talk about Homelander. He's probably one of the most interesting and complex villains we've seen in TV history. But what exactly makes him tick? As it turns out, Eric Kripke has an answer for this. There is no disputing that as the series progresses, Antony Starr's Homelander becomes more and more dangerous. The leader of the Seven had a feeling of being almost untouchable, but his behavior in The Boys Season 3 has taken him to uncharted waters. waters. He hasn't yet gone entirely off the rails, but showrunner Eric Kripke is aware of what might. Homelander has never been portrayed by the boys as a loving soup, but Antony Starr's portrayal has grown spookier as the series has gone on. His corruption and self-interest seem a little more restrained in season 1. He continues to act incorrigibly, such as murdering an entire group of innocent people, but he is restrained by other characters. Homelander is in a completely different place by the time The Boys season 3 premieres, and he will stop at nothing to keep his position of authority. He can and actually does get away with the unfathomable without Stan Edgar, Giancarlo Esposito, in the picture. Of course, his most recent warning to Starlight, Erin Moriarty, serves as a reminder that Homelander may go in a much worse direction. He threatens to end the world if she releases the video of him shooting down an airplane, which she has threatened to do. He'll have nothing left to lose, he claims. It appears likely that Homelander will eventually fall off the edge because he is getting closer and closer to it. In a recent interview regarding the character's development, showrunner Eric Kripke disclosed what it would take for the character to completely lose control. He also stated that it is an issue of when, not if, it occurs. Homelander hasn't entirely lost control, even though his actions are becoming more unsettling and unpredictable as The Boys season 3 goes on, at least not in the opinion of showrunner Eric Kripke. In an interview with the Writers Guild of America West, Kripke discussed the 3rd season of Homelander and said that there is one event that would motivate the character to follow through on his threats against Starlight. Homelander isn't so much evolving as he's devolving, claims Kripke. He added that right now, Homelander still needs love, in addition to the admiration of viewers and his son's acceptance and love. If he had truly turned into a monster, he wouldn't have needed all of these items. In keeping with this, Kripke disclosed that they had been teaching him that he doesn't need those things one after another, across all the seasons. The huge endgame starts after he learns he doesn't seek affection or acceptance from anyone, according to the showrunner. While horrifying, it makes sense for the character in Homelander. He spends the first seasons of The Boys striving to gain the respect of his followers and loved ones. He is still motivated by that in season 3. He wouldn't have to pretend to be moral if he lost his backing, and the consequences might be earth-shattering if Homelander loses his last shred of humanity. Aside from Homelander slowly devolving, will the audience also get to see the big shift happen? To this, Kripke says The Boys will get there, and it's just a matter of when. So the writers know, and Antony Starr is a big part of this as well, that eventually, whenever the series reaches its climax, this guy is going to go full sociopath, and he has to be stopped before some kind of apocalyptic event, Kripke explained. That's what we're building towards. Whether it will occur in The Boys season 3 is unknown, but given that Amazon has renewed the series for a 4th season, it doesn't seem likely. We're already halfway through the current season, and Homelander's admirers still appear to be smitten with the soup, even though an apocalyptic catastrophe would make for a wonderful ending cliffhanger. And on that note, we're ending today's episode. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.